this morning. Something that resulted from friendship exchange again. There was a friendship exchange that was organised by Brian Dawson from the Rushden Rotary Club. Brian, are you here? Yeah. To India, to Belgium, in fact, in Karnataka. And it's just amazing the connections that have come out of that. And I'm going to invite Paul Wilson from the Grantham Club to tell you more about it. Paul?
There we go. What can social media do for you? Global Swim Marathon. With email, Facebook, Twitter, Skype, Google Maps, YouTube, and a blog, Paul spread the word. More than 200 clubs on 6 continents signed up. The big day came, February 25th. During 1 hour across 15 time zones, 4,546 people between 8 and 93 years old each swam 100 meters. If you're counting, that's 454 kilometers. The swim marathon raised more than $100,000 for polio eradication. It set a Guinness World Record. We got headlines all over the world, and a whole bunch more people learned about Rotary. Since then, Paul's club has inducted 16 new members. Coincidence? Social media helped Paul communicate his idea, create enthusiasm, raise money, increase membership, and spread the word about Rotary. Oh, and a year later, the club's next swim marathon was even more successful. So think about it. What can social media do for you?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Always Gareth Paragold. Some of you will recall 2 years ago, my club colleague Roger Graves stood on the district conference stage at Southport to tell everybody about his Rotary Global Swimarathon dream. And we had a terrific response from clubs in our district. No fewer than 17 actually took part on that magical day in February 2012. But what none of us could ever have imagined was the extraordinary response of all the Rotary family around the globe. And that really is the magic of social media, connecting communities who share a common goal, regardless of the physical geography. Social media provided us with this window on the world you see there. And the map shows you just how far and wide the event has spread since 2012. Now, over 10,000 people, including Paralympians and Olympians, have taken part at events organised by more than 300 Rotary, Rotaract, Interact, Early Act and In Wheel clubs around the world in 40 countries across all 6 continents, and we've raised $225,000 for End Polio now and other local charities. Connections, connections, connections. Connections that reach far beyond the virtual world into real-life stories. Take Janet Mills, who left Grantham to live 10,000 miles away in Mareeba, Australia, and knew all about the local Swimarathon. So imagine her surprise when she walked into a local travel agent who had just happened to be an assistant governor in Mareeba, Australia, and told her that they were taking part as well. And one of our members, Barry Phillips, had already booked his holidays to Kenya before the Global Swimarathon. Not a problem. The Rotary Club of Nairobi were taking part, so we just swam with them. Then last month, we had a very special visitor, Rotarian Marcus Cabrera, from the Rotary Club of Tenerife Sur. Marcus also happens to be a World Masters swimmer who organised their event in 2012. I then met him later that year on holiday in Tenerife, and now we're setting up twinning between our clubs, connecting communities. So many clubs that took part in places we'd never have imagined. Cairo, Egypt, Shanghai, China, and Moldova. Now this is classic. Our video was actually played on national breakfast TV, and it was organised by a Rotaract club in Moldova, and the headline was, Moldova takes part in world record attempt, not the Rotary Club, Moldova. And what was most amazing was have over a dozen clubs in India sign up. The country so recently declared polio free, and this did produce the most remarkable connection of all, as Margaret mentioned, the Rotary Club of Belgaum, District 3170. A few weeks before the event, we were sent this picture which features Raghavendra Anvakar and 14-year-old Moin Junaidi, both polio survivors and both national Paralympic swimmers in India. But nothing could ever have prepared us for the video footage of little Moin swimming during their world record event. This really was my Rotary moment. And there's a video somewhere. Thank you.
Since the worldwide epidemic in 1985, Rotary International has been one of the main organisations striving for a polio-free world. From the 1985 epidemic levels in 125 countries to just 3 countries in 2012, we are almost there. We cannot stop now, so please join the Rotary Global Swimarathon on the 23rd of February 2013. Together, we will end polio. Thank you.
Now, when you talk about strength through adversity, Moin has a polio-induced brittle bones condition that's meant he's had to endure over 200 fractures during his young life. And what you don't know is that in the build-up to that swim, he was suffering with 4 fractures, and all the doctors had advised him to rest for a month. But such was his incredible spirit, he insisted on taking part. Remarkably, that Belgaum event, organised by Colonel Prakash Matari, had the most number of swimmers of any of the world record-breaking participants, with an astounding 354 swimmers officially recorded in just 1 hour. Now, by sheer coincidence, the Rotary Club of Grantham is actually club number 354 in Rotary Britain and Ireland. Connections. 60 years ago this year, Rotary Grantham founded the Grantham Links Disability Swimming Club, which is still thriving today. And I love volunteering with them on a Wednesday. It's amazing. Now, more than 60 of the participants in the Belgaum event were members of the Aquarius Disability Swimming Club, founded and supported by the Rotary Club of Belgaum. You saw the rotary wheel, that's on the bottom of the swimming pool. It's incredible. Now, later in 2012, I discovered through then DGE Margaret that she'd actually been on a friendship exchange, as she mentioned, and met Raghavendra and many of the other swimmers. So the bond between our 2 clubs through this one event has just kept growing and growing. As you can see from this fantastic billboard, Belgaum have continued to be very strong supporters of the event. In December 2012, we were delighted to receive news that many of the club members had won multiple medals at their National Paralympic Championship. You can see Moin and Raghavendra in that picture again. And in February 2013, the second year of it, the events went to another club, Belgaum South. And this sea of humanity that took part shows you just how incredible the participation levels were. And as you can see from this action shot, Moin was once again leading the way. I'm very lucky now to be able to count both Raghavendra and Moin as my Facebook friends. And they send me regular updates on their progress. Most exciting of all was that recently Moin took part in his first ever international competition. He took part at the the World Junior Wheelchair and Amputee Games in Puerto Rico, of all places. And here he is, poolside, ready to go. Not only that, of course, he won a gold medal. Why can't you? Now, it's been an absolute privilege for me to be able to share just some of the connections that have come about through global social media-led adventure that we've had. And thank you so much for DG Myra for inviting me to do this. But as I always like to say, when it comes to connections, we're just getting warmed up. So from February the 7th to the 9th, 2014, the Rotary Club of Grantham will be celebrating our 25th anniversary, the Silver Splash. We'll invite Olympic and Paralympic swimming guests, but providing we can get the funds and make the arrangements necessary, there's no doubt who's going to be the star of the show. And I'll leave you with Maureen's own words, which came through to me in a personal Facebook message earlier this year. Sir, I've keen interest in visiting Grantham and joining you all in Global Swimarathon and End Polio. Sir, I would like to give my best performance to the world. It is my dream to perform in Grantham. We share the same dream. We are Rotary. Thank you.